Yo guys, it's day 16. As you can see, fresh cut. A lot happened yesterday that kept me from reading, so I wasn't able to quite get in what I needed to. Luckily, I'm already ahead, but that's not an excuse not to. So, whoops. But it's gonna be all good. Today is my birthday too, so I have plans for the day. I'm trying to get in some reading now, because chances are I'm not going to be able to do much later. I have a homie coming over. We're going to be out and about, hitting up the LCS, all that stuff. So I don't know what all I'm going to be able to get done today. But I am making some progress right now. I'm going to continue to read for a little bit, I think. But I cracked open Compendium 3 here. Set the camera down for a second. You guys can still hear me. I did make it to chapter 101. So yeah, really enjoying it. This last little section of the story, I don't even know if it's broken up into arcs, but this last little section with Dinosaurus and the catastrophic floods and stuff was crazy. And that part where I mean, at this point, I've spoiled so much. These are spoiler reviews, I guess. When Mark got ripped in half, that was insane. I knew there had to be something was up, but yeah, crazy stuff. Anyway, and like I said, I'm gonna try to continue to read. I don't know how many issues I've read so far. I guess it's been 2 or 3, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how many are in this little. I say little, but this omnibus here, I guess I've read 4 already. I don't know. I'll catch you guys later on if I do end up reading more. Other than that, I'll see you in a bit. Yo guys, it is day 17. The next day after my birthday. Today I did not make any progress. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yesterday, the last clip was earlier in the day when I tried to read before my homie came over. That's all I ended up getting in. Then stayed up super late into the wee hours of this morning. I didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock this morning. And then we had to drive and take him home, and then came home, went to the store. And then I woke up late, of course, having gone to bed at 6 in the morning. So time wasn't in my favor today, and I just ended up, now that I do have downtime, I need to go to bed here because I'm extremely tired. I only got 4 hours of sleep. So yeah, didn't make progress today, but tomorrow I hope to catch up a little bit and make up for some lost time. Definitely wanting to make some progress in Compendium 3. We've got 10 days or something like that left? 9 days? I don't know, but gotta get a move on here. We're in Compendium 3. This is the last final stretch. Can't be skipping out on days like this anymore. Now that my birthday is over, it's time to lock in for real and get this over with. Not to say that, it hasn't been good and I'm trying to get it over with, but for the sake of the challenge, I mean. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm super tired right now. Anywho, I'm going to bed. Invincible is dope, and I'm going to try to read more tomorrow. Alright guys, it is day 18. And today I actually read quite a bit. I made up for some lost time. I'm a little over a third of the way through the third compendium. I made it to issue 116. So today I read 101 through 115. So 15 issues, which is pretty cool. Considering I usually set the goal for 6 a day, definitely made up for some time. Today's reading has been insane, though. I mean, you know, there was stuff earlier on in the series in Compendium 2 with, all of the Invincibles when there was like the clones and stuff. That was crazy. And then we had the whole conquest stuff. And all the stuff with fighting against Cecil. But in this, it's been equally as insane, I would say. With, there's the Viltrumite War, which I can't remember if it was in 2 or if that was here in 3. But now we have the stuff with Robot, which seems even more threatening in some ways. Yeah, it's just different. I really don't know where the story is going still, but Kirkman is doing a good job of keeping the story interesting, where, I feared that it might get stale and lose its way a little bit. It definitely is staying interesting, and I'm enjoying it a lot still. Not to mention, Ryan Ottley's art is going hard. It's banger, really. Like, I was talking about this earlier with somebody, I can't remember who it was, but I love seeing the evolution of Ryan Ottley's art throughout the series, because if you go back to issue 1, it looks completely different than it does here in this portion. That might be because it was a different person, now that I think about it, which could still be true, but I feel like even in the middle of Compendium 1, like throughout that whole first compendium, the art is way different, and it definitely gets way better throughout the story. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. Still really enjoying it, and I hope to get in some good reading this week. Like I said, I'm already over a third of the way through it, so hopefully we finish the compendium before day 26, because that would be really cool. I have 8 days to read it, and I suspect we'll finish it before then, hopefully, because that would give me more time also to do a review, which would be cool to get that out before I leave as well. But yeah, that's the progress for today. I'm tapping out. I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it is day 20, and as you guys could see, I did not make progress yesterday. Things got in the way. I'm not even going to make excuses about it. Things got in the way. But today, it's a little bit different. I'm not doing much at all. It's about 2 o'clock as we speak. I did some things earlier today. Had to go run an errand. We're going to kick it into overdrive. So, we got like a week left. We got that much left. This much left, y'all. I'm going to kick it into overdrive and do as much as I can today. I'm going to start reading here. The only thing I really have to do today next is go to the gym, which I'm going to wait to do that this evening. Then once I get home, read all night. That's sort of the plan, and I hope to get like halfway through this at the least. Yeah, I don't know how many issues that'll be. Hopefully like 15 issues or something. That would be super dope. But yeah, let's get started. Yo guys, I made it to chapter 133, 131, something. Hold on. Chapter 131. So, I don't exactly remember where I left off last. So I'll throw it up on screen, how many chapters I read. But we're nearing the end. I did a pretty good amount of reading today, so that's super cool. Just a bunch of crazy developments today. Like, some of the most personal things to happen in this series have happened. Like, deeply upsetting and personal things happen. I'm not going to talk about it much, just because I'm super tired. But believe me, when I do my big review, of the series. Once this little reading mini series is over, I'm gonna review it and talk about more things in depth. I will definitely bring this stuff up. The stuff having to do with Mark and Anissa, and Mark being gone in the little time warp thing, and then him end up being gone for 5 years or whatever. Like all of that stuff specifically. Just the series has been an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. Just crazy stuff, but still loving it. Gotta be one of my favorite comic series I've ever read, like including manga. I mean, yeah, it's just awesome, and I feel for Mark. He's gone through a lot throughout this whole series. Yeah, but he's invincible. He never gives up, and that's his whole thing. But damn, so much terrible things happen. But tomorrow I'm gonna try my hardest to get through this ending, which I believe it can happen. Because we're basically cooking up at this point. Cooking towards a second Viltrumite war. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. So, I mean, if the last one was anything to go by, the shit's about to be dope, and shouldn't take me long to get through it all, because Kirkman and Otley finna be cooking these last, 15 issues, so, yeah. Anyways, that's about it for tonight. I'm super tired. I'll catch you guys in the morning, maybe. I don't know when I plan on to start on reading, but sometime tomorrow. Yo, what's goody, gang? It is later in the evening. It's like 7 something. I did some reading, and I did end up finishing Invincible, and there is so much I want to talk about, but much of it I do want to save for the big review that I do. We finished it early, which is dope. But yeah, what a fantastic series, I'll say. It's been a long time since I've experienced a series that made me feel stuff like this to that caliber. Just all the characters and the action and the really visceral, brutal fight scenes. It's awesome. It truly is a masterpiece that only gets better and better and better and better. Yeah, it's poetic. It's amazing. And Robert Kirkman knows how to write a story, and Ryan Otley, his art just gets better and better throughout the entire series. I've got to say, Robert Kirkman's, I don't have a lot of experience with comics, but I feel like starting out my comic journey with Invincible might have been a mistake, because, they're my goats at the moment. Like, as it stands, Kirkman and Otley, goats. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know if anything could ever top Invincible for me, but we'll see how it goes. But as it stands, Invincible is just one of my favorite stories in general. It's just so good. The final battle was epic. The stuff with Thrag, and literally they fought in the sun, bro. Like, that was dope. The homie Alan came in clutch there. And then we fast forward, we get to see, the stuff with Mark's kids and all that. They grow up and all that. But one gripe that I feel like I have with the series is they didn't do much with Anissa and that whole deal with Little Mark. I think that more could have been done with Mark's relationship with Anissa, and more could have been shown with him healing from that whole ordeal. I feel like it's something that happened, and we saw it affect Mark for a little while, but towards the end of the story, there's just so much stuff that happens to Mark, and stuff that happens in general, that I feel like it's kind of forgotten about. And then the kid is introduced, and it's a plot point also in the story that the kid is kind of neglected. That's something that does get brought up at the very, very end of the story. But I honestly felt like something more could have been done there. Yeah, another thing, probably in closing, what I wanted to say was I knew something was up with Adam Eve. Like, if we go all the way back to the Conquest fight, I don't remember if I said anything. Like, I guess you could go back to the last video I did and see if I said anything. But I remember as I was reading, when she did the whole awakening her powers thing, I was like, that's definitely some, like, Jean Grey type stuff. Like, that reminded me a lot of Phoenix. Like, I was like, this is some Dark Phoenix type shit. And let's just say the end of this series definitely solidified that idea for me. Yeah, she's basically like a Phoenix, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, besides the point, I finished Invincible. We did it early. And it's friggin' banging. So go read Invincible if you haven't already. Thank you all for watching and keeping up with these, this little mini series I've been doing. Be expecting a review at some point. Hopefully in the next few days. I want to get that review out before I leave still. Since I did finish it a few days earlier than expected. I'll try to get that out. But I'm going to sit on this for a minute and gather my thoughts. Because it's a lot. It's a big series. So, yeah, thank you all. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.